tiptoe. I am falling a very, very long way. How this happened? One moment, I was clinging to the rickety wooden ladder that rides up the side of Appleton's last remaining water tower, and in the next blink, my foot snapped through a rotted bone, my feet dropped out from under me, and my hands lost their grip. I dropped backward, falling, 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 and I'm still going. Funny thing is, I'm not really scared. Maybe that'll come, but now with all this time on my hands, I'm suddenly aware of a bazillion questions rocketing around inside my skull. Questions like, is the sky always this color, or does it just look so amazingly blue because I'm closer to it? Did any of the firemen and policemen on the ground see me fall? If they did, will they catch me? If they don't, will it hurt when I land? And if it does, will I have to go to school tomorrow? But before I can answer any of those questions, they all get pushed aside and my brain flips backward through a blizzard of pictures and feelings and smells and moments, and the page flipping stops. Screech! Yeah, I remember now. It was the morning of the big game, the last time everything was okay. Chapter 1, in which nobody eats breakfast. The sun wasn't up yet. It was the last morning in October, so my breath made white puffs in the cold, dark air as I stepped out into the front porch to bring in the newspaper. In thick black letters, the front page of the Appleton Sentinel announced, "Tonight's big game is biggest yet." "You're not kidding," I muttered as I stepped back into the kitchen to start breakfast. Mom used to make it, but her phones usually start ringing by about 7 and she gets distracted. One morning, after she poured milk into a bowl filled with strips of raw bacon, I offered to take over. This particular morning, I got Mr. Coffee Brewing and pulled the sports section from the paper. I almost whooped with surprise. There, at the top of the page, was a giant color photo of my big brother, Chris Newman. I know exactly what you're saying now. Chris Newman, the football player? Really? I didn't know he had a brother. Yup, Chris Newman has a brother. A short, skinny, freckled, 10-year-old brother, Newton Newman. I'm not kidding, Newton. My parents swear that when they named me, they were thinking of the guy who discovered gravity and not about a big cookie. The article under my brother's picture began with the history of the big game and how it's been played for almost 40 years between my brother's team, the ferocious Ferrets of Fillmore High School, and their crosstown arch enemies, the Chargers of Merrimack High. Merrimack has always beat the pants off Fillmore, always. But 2 years ago, while still an untested sophomore, the article said, Newman came off the bench to replace the quarterback in the last 20 seconds of the big game, with Fillmore 5 points behind. It was an electrifying debut. I still get goosebumps when I remember the moment my brother took the snap. He backed up, searched around frantically for an open receiver, and when he couldn't find one, he put his head down and plowed 73 yards downfield to deliver the first Fillmore victory against Merrimack ever. Last year, as a junior, read the last paragraph of the article, Newman led the Ferrets to a second big game victory, and this year, with both teams undefeated, excitement is running high. Chris Newmania is sweeping the town.